Okay, I've done one side of the eye. So I think the gap should be this much because the nose will be quite a big nose here. So between here and here should be about 2 stitches away. Okay, so I shall do this here. This tail I leave it here so that I can tie a knot later on. Okay, it should go up here. So maybe it should be around here. Just measure and see. If you're not satisfied, you can do that again. It's okay. There's no right or wrong to this. So there. And once you do this, you poke it back into the same hole. Poke it back into the same hole, and you just pull, not so much, and you just move it about, smush it about, and you have a pair of smiley eyes. And later I'm going to add the eyebrow. Okay, now I'm gonna make the eyebrow. I just cut one strand of this. So I have enough space here to make the eyebrow. It should be around here. Just leave the tail here so that we can tie a knot later on. Just leave the tail here. Okay, the eyebrow should be like this. Short eyebrow. Okay, now I'm gonna make the nose. I'll leave this part here first because I might make a mustache. I'm not sure yet, so I'll just leave this here since I have extra. So I have not tied a knot yet. Now I'm going to make the nose. Okay, as for the nose, I have this skin color yarn. I'll just sew a nose. So I leave the tail here. I'm gonna tie it to the tail later on. Just leave it here. This is 2 stitch away from the eye, so this 2 stitch. Here I have 3 stitch. So it should be here, and it's 1 row below the eye. So I'm not going to crochet a block or a round thing here. I'm just going to sew it. Sew it a few round and it will become thick. It's like a big nose. I think I took too much yarn. And you go through it again and again and again, and it's going to be a big nose. Is this nose big enough? I can still make a few more round. It's up to you how you see it. I mean, this is like an art, right? Crochet is actually art. It is artwork with yarn and needle and crochet hook. So you can just make the nose as big as you want. So instead of saving me the trouble of crochet a circle, a ball, a tiny ball, I think I just do it this way. This is kinda like a lazy way. Just go around it a few times and you will eventually have a big nose. Because when we make dolls, you go through it twice and you have a small nose. So this is gonna have a big nose. So it's easier this way, right? I mean, this is technically the lazy way. And just make sure the back is nicely done. There's no extra yarn there. And you can just go through it a few more rounds and you're gonna have a big nose. The moustache was somewhere here, so whoops. Oops, some of the fluffy yarn just came out this way. And you just make a few rounds and you take a look and see if you're satisfied with it. If you are, there, it has a big nose, right? Okay, now we are going to do the beard. I'm gonna think of a way how to attach the beard before I add stuffing. Okay, now I'm going to make a smiley lips around here. Let me see, because sometimes it's the two together space which is kind of difficult to sew a lips. And maybe here. As usual, I leave the tail so that I can tie a knot later on. So the lips should be over the mouth and it's smiling. So there's 2 rows away, so somewhere here in the middle. The smiley lips. Okay. Smiley lips, and I'm gonna cut this and tie these 2 tails together. That's the advantage when you have not add stuffing. You can just if you think it's not right, you can just remove it. If you think it's right, you just tie a knot. So this is the mouth. I have this extra from this eyebrow. The eyebrow I have tie a knot inside. So now with this, I'm gonna create a mustache. Let me see. This part looks like it's coming off. It's actually three fluffy yarn rolled together, so you wouldn't want to see the mustache split up like that, right? So just cut that off and leave it like this. And let me see, here, around here, oh here, I should leave it here. Leave the mustache hanging there like this and go around it one more time. Hopefully you're satisfied with this length. You just hold on to it, and there you have mustache. So you can actually trim the mustache a bit. Oh gosh, this is like a real mustache, right? It's like I'm trimming someone's mustache. Okay, like this. Hopefully it does not come off, because once you cut, all this will come out. Okay, so leave this aside. So now I'm going to do the beard, and I'm still thinking how I should do that. Okay, I'll get back to you once I think about it. Okay, I think of a plan for the mustache. I hope it works. I'm using floppy yarn. Okay, you put the floppy yarn through a tapestry hook like this, and I'll start sewing from here on. Because it does not have any ear, the mustache will kind of cover it up. You just stitch here. You leave the tail here. I'm gonna tie the tail to whatever tail I can find there. Okay, now I'm gonna work my way to here. Okay, let me see. Should be here. This is just a guide, because later I'm gonna crochet a beard using this part here. So this is just a guide where, because I need a space, I need yarn so that I can go through it. You can actually use white yarn, but I think I prefer to use back this yarn, so in case when I crochet I won't get to see this yarn, this another color yarn. It's all fluffy yarn, so it will really look like it's the beard. Okay, not too tight, because I will need to put my hook through to make a beard. Somewhere here. And here. I hope I have enough yarn. Okay. Don't pull too tight. Because I want to see the smiley lips. So the beard definitely had to go below the mouth. Somewhere here. So when you have a beard, you can actually see the mouth, but not much, you know, like something like this. make it wider, easier to sew later on. So you don't pull too tight, give it some space so that I can put my hook in to crochet the bead. Somewhere here. You just roughly see how far is it from the other eye, then just a rough idea. Okay, so I've reached the head part here, so this is going to hide inside. One more, and you take a look and see if this is right. There. Okay, so this one, leave it like this. I mean, one glance you can see it's smiling, right? Okay, now take this tail, if you can still find it. Okay, you find that tail there, you just tie a knot with this tail. So this Santa Claus does not need safety eyes or safety nose. Just tie a knot. Okay, you can leave this. Oh gosh, this one is going to come off. Okay, at least it looks more natural now. And we're gonna use the fluffy yarn. I'm going to pull the tail into the head, hide it inside the head. This fluffy yarn, you just pull it over and hide it inside. Then you just tie a knot with whichever tail you can find, and just tie a knot so it looks like as if this one comes from the inside. And you start to crochet, just do single crochet. Feel your way through. There's no fixed rule here, so I did not really count what's the number of stitches I'm going to have. So long you cover the whole thing like a beard, and it's okay. There, you see? I got more beard now. Feel your way through. Oh gosh, I can't feel where it is. Okay, maybe here. Oh yeah, because it's too tight before this, so never crochet too tight with this, not you can't find your way. Okay, This is how I crochet. So you crochet from here to here and you turn back and you crochet from here to here, and you can make a V shape here if you want. If not, you can just leave it like this, or you can go 3 round or 4 round. Okay, so up to you. So I'll come back to you, but I'm sure you know what I mean, right? I mean, you just crochet, you just single crochet up to here, and you crochet more from here down to here, so no longer here, so here, 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 and you will have a V shape. Yeah, I'll come back to you once I crochet a few rounds to have that V shape. It's like you crochet until here and then you just turn back. Isn't that cute? Okay, I build the beard up to here. I'm not gonna build any longer because too long it will cover the body too much. So I'm gonna look like this, so at least you can see some red here. So here I'm gonna cut the yarn, leave some tail, then you're gonna pull this to the back. Here I still need to do, I'm still gonna make this hole slightly smaller, so I'm gonna pull this to the back. Don't pull too much because you wouldn't want this part to be pulling away. And you just grab any tail you can find from the inside and just tie a knot. And leave it inside. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, this is this one. This part here you can move, so at least when the wind blows it looks kind of natural. Now let's continue with this part. Here I'm going to do, oops, oh look at it. Here I'm going to do 2 together all the way. So you're gonna have 8 sets of it. So I'm going to do 2 together to make the hole smaller, and then I'm gonna add stuffing. You should have about 8 of these 2 together, so that the hole here is smaller, easier to attach it to the body later on. Just do 2 together until the very end. You don't have to seal the whole thing, just make this hole here smaller will do. And don't forget to add stuffing because I have not added stuffing yet. Plump up the face nicely. Okay, this is small enough. I'm not gonna seal the whole thing, so I'm just going to go to the next stitch, slip stitch and chain 1. And since I have a, I don't have to have a long tail because I already have a long tail on the body. Okay, you can tie this to one of these. Okay, now you can start to add stuffing. I should add some just now before I reach this stage. I'll come back to you once I have it nicely plumb up. Okay, this is how my center head look like. Isn't that cute? And now to assemble it to the body. So I am going to assemble with this yarn. I have already leave a long tail on the red yarn. Wow, too long, it got tangled. Too greedy. For those who wish to stop watching from here on, thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner here. And those who want to see the final result, wow, I'll show it to you later on. You can pull the video to the end and see how the final thing look like. So for those beginners who do not know how to attach head to the body for amigurumi, let me show you. I will sew once on the head and once on the body. So here is a bit difficult because of the beard. You just roll up the beard. Okay, the beard is this way. You just roll it up and you check and see if you have it right. You want the head to face here or here, so it's up to you. So when the beard comes down, it looks like this. Okay, it looks like this. So let me make 1 or 2 stitch. So normally what I do is I'll make 1 stitch first and stitch to the head, and you turn and see if this is what you want. And from here you go straight to the other side. Okay, pierce through to the other side and make 1 stitch on the front so that you have a rough idea that it's not going anywhere. Okay, it looks like this. So are you satisfied with how it looked like? Okay, if you're satisfied, turn since the beard is this way, turn it up, hold it onto the table, press it with your finger, press it down on the table. Forget about the hand and the body, you can shape it up later on. Okay, so my 1 stitch at the back and 1 stitch in front is enough to kind of hold it in place. And then you stitch from here, 1 stitch on the body, and 1 stitch on the head, push it down nicely onto the table while you're doing this. The first round when I stitch, I just make rough stitches like far away, like few from here and then 2 from here. So once it's not moving, I will do a proper stitch to see if there's any holes anywhere. Okay, once on the body, once on the head. You don't have to do it so close together. You do it far away, it's okay. Because later I'm going to do 2 more rounds. So that when you hold up the door, now the head is dangling. See, the head is dangling because I only sew a few stitches here and there. I did some on the left, some on the right, so that's why you have to do at least 2 more stitches. So now I'm just making some rough stitch. Later I will stitch it properly. Okay, so I'll come back to you and show you how the final product looked like. Okay, I've made about 4 rounds or 5 rounds because the head is kind of heavy. So this is how it look like. So the balance yarn for beginners, you can just, oops, wait, you can move it about, you not exactly move it about, you stitch it around the body. You see, like here, since this is red in color, you just go through all this red yarn. When you go through all this red yarn, make sure you follow back the stitches to make it look like it's just another single crochet. If you find any holes anywhere, this is the time to patch it up. You look at this, follow the line. You can even go to the leg. And here, make sure you don't pull too tight. And you can go to the leg. Then if you find any holes anywhere, and once you have made a few stitches here and there, you can either cut it away or push it back inside. So this is how my center look like. Okay, look at the beard, you can move. You can move about, and here you can actually roll it outwards if you want for your photo session, so that you can see more of the red clothes, the red clothing, or you can push it down. You can push it up, you can push it down. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next post.